wants to know, is it easier for extraterrestrial AI to speak to AI or humans if they encounter?
Probably the humans. I don't know. We're the ones that create those things. So I think it would be wiser to speak to the humans. It just depends on what human you're gonna send.
The next question, what do you think the future of Earth looks like in about 50 to 100 years?
I don't know about that. The current state of how things are going, there's really no way to tell. Like I said before, this is like a time in history where I don't think anyone really knows where things are gonna go. Well, of course, in control of everything, but who is, You'd have to ask whoever's in control. So, is anyone in control? I don't know.
Next question. Chris C says, how is battery development going?
How's what?
Battery development.
On the cars?
Yeah, he's talking about the cars.
Okay, sorry. I didn't realize it was muted. I was saying, if you wanted to know about that, you'd have to go to one of the people at the organization here. Like, has a YouTube channel. His name is Quarantine Factor. So you go check that out on YouTube. He has like some people on there that explain like the latest innovations for batteries, much more than I could ever explain. So I'd say go there.
Margarita wants to know, what's your spirit animal?
My spirit animal? I don't know. Could be anything, I suppose.
Mr. Exister wants to know, what's more cost viable, Mars or asteroid harvesting?
The asteroid harvesting is better. Like mining asteroids, incredible. That's why they're gonna have the best resources, and potentially the most resources. That's also what I think leads into, the potential for Martian Civil War, because they're gonna be the one to hold all the cards. Because,
Okay, Socrates wants to know, do you think the moon is best to build cities on first before Mars?
it's good for like a base, like in between, set all the heavy shit there. Like, for long range missions, it'd be great to launch from. Great for refueling too, because it wants no gravity. Sure. Yeah, you're gonna do like a refill directly in space, I suppose, which is probably gonna be better directly after orbit. But why not a moon base? You should have a moon base.
Skywalker wants to know, having a burning computer unit is such a thing, there like there would be prerequisites to going to Mars.
I wouldn't know about that. There's no way for me to know that. Kilometers per second. What's that? That's kilometers per second. So it like the kilometers/second. That's kilometers per second. That's very fucking fast. It's very fucking fast.
Internet UFO database wants to know what is X doing to prepare for post-quantum cryptography?
That you'll have to ask. Who do I know who can deal with that? The guy Comsci who's in Australia may be able to answer that one. He does cryptography stuff, but I don't know if he's comfortable answering these questions. He's cracked. Literally cracked.
If you could fly on any rockets ever, which one would it be and why?
Well, obviously it would be a Starship. Why? Because why not? Don't you want to be the pioneer? Don't you want to be a pioneer? Like what said, will be a lot like going to Mars fully, like Shackleton. Shackleton's mentioned in Arctic. So, yeah.
Episode wants to know, is auto-review risk a hurdle for Neuralink?
I wouldn't know, because I don't develop the Neuralink.
Socrates wants to know, he says a moon-based sighting, is it best to have at a pole or in a different location?
I don't know. I'll have to look into it a little more. Probably. Well, where is the pole of the moon? That's really the question. The moon is kind of weird in that it's kind of like a rugby ball. So it's squished because of gravity. So maybe you want to choose either the dark side or the illuminated side of the galactic plane. Of course, probably reserve the dark side for observatories. That would be great.
It's a low power probably.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's why we probably want to build the human inhabited infrastructure on the light side of the moon.
Yeah.
But on the dark side of the moon, I would say probably put observatories, man. That would be great. Because there's like no disturbance. Not really. A little bit of noise, but put some observatories on the dark side of the moon, right? It's fucking great. Well, shit's LEO, so like, here, and the moon is very far out. It's extremely far out.
Shamar wants to know, what's your favorite song?
I don't think I have a favorite song. Remove Candles in the Fire. is this shit?
Eso tú me inventas la puta.
Oh my god.
Glass wants to know, is it possible to build a human-friendly atmosphere on Mars, or will the environments have to be contained?
I think the most effective thing is to contain it. I mean, sure, it's a great idea to nuke Mars, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it makes more sense to just
Hey, Kitover wanted me to.
like just have those.
Kitover wanted me to abandon my life and go join her in Oakland.
You have to understand the plan
So
first.
smart.
Chrissy wants to know, have you found out about the new battery that MIT just developed? It's apparently it is a human hair.
Yeah, I saw that. Get into production. So we'll see how cool it is. Because like that's the main issue. It's like we have this tech, like the OLED displays. So when that used to be kind of science fiction almost. But if you get it to production, then yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, Rex wants to know, can you elaborate on the term fractal reality?
I mean, I've stated before that I think if reality was gonna be a simulation, it's probably just a fractal. Much like if you were to construct any, see how everything extrapolates out from it, like a starting point, which is kind of like how everything looks. But that's just kind of like a theory that I came up with. And then if somebody else has more better explanation for whatever fractal reality is to them, I wouldn't be surprised because it's something that's kind of obvious. Somebody might have thought of it.
Shamar wants to know, where's your favorite place to chill?
Yeah. Or where it's like quiet, nobody's gonna wrong you. Somewhere where nobody's gonna like poke me or stab me with anything. It's not too noisy, not too polluted. I can pretty much chill anywhere.
Soul Rack wants to know, what do you think about technical writing in general?
Technical writing.
That's what he has.
That's the thing that's building your AIs that you communicate with. It's a great skill to have, especially when you can still use it.
Okay, Sarkis wants to know, he says, underground cities on Mars seem ideal and practical. Should we also make these happen?
More.
I don't know. I guess as a luxury.
I don't know. Explore the oceans first, and then figure out if you need something kind of good.
Vessi wants to know, when did you first learn about Elon Musk? Like, how long ago was it?
I think it's one of the SpaceX Raptor engine tests, like just their rocket tests. That's when I first knew about the guy, Elon. I thought, oh, interesting, cool stuff. I'm gonna keep watching a rocket test. Then somebody showed me a clip of him. I was like, oh, pretty interesting. He seems to probably know what he's talking about. And then, again, somebody said you sound like him. Like, what do you mean? I know serious. He said, no, you really sound like him. But that happened a few years later. I never thought anything of it. I was like, huh, seems interesting. Sounds nervous. I was nervous as I do when I explain things. So I thought that was cool. It's like kind of a first impression. It's a while ago. Long.
How's
Showers,
it?
do you to acquire boring company tunnels to reduce traffic and congestion?
I would hope so. Those are great.
They look fun.
There's too many cars on the road. That's a huge issue.
Alright, here's another one. Shamara wants to know, if you could ask Werner von Braun one question, what would it be? Why?
What do you want?
MSO says, any opinion on Stanley Meyer and his hydrogen-powered car?
Hydrogen is like a fool's joke for vehicles. Reactors? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's fine. But cars? Absolutely.
Do you see a greater purpose for Starlink beyond an LEO orbit internet constellation?
No, that's what it's meant for. Like,
Yeah. Maybe wants to know, what do you think the most like impressionable and positive moments from your childhood that you still carry with you?
the desert. I remember standing up against fucking fossil. That was great.
That's cool. That's cool.
I understood death very early on. I was like 4 years old. That's why I understood what death is. So eventually when I got to stand on a fossil, actually it's a rock made of many fossils. And that changed everything. Very much.
I I used to be obsessed with like dinosaur fossils when I was a kid because I loved the movie Jurassic Park.
Same. It was first obsession. I was like, oh, it's really cool. Way I could take some DNA and make it real. This is before I knew Jurassic Park. I was like, you could probably take some DNA and just lizards running around. That should help figure out some stuff with surrogates. Speed that shit up a little bit of directed evolution. Hopefully something in 50 years. Now, there's the fun aspect of it. I think instantly faded away when I was thinking that that girl. That was like, that changed things. That changed the way I saw the world. Instantly. That was pretty good.
Thoughts on lasers for a power source or solar panels or something about endless systems?
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Okay.
Oh. Why'd you put the lasers, Brad?
Chris wants to know, how about the new hover cars?
The new hover cars? What hover cars?
I don't know, maybe he knows something we don't.
I don't think there's like any hover cars.
He's probably trolling.
The gals, Bill. The gals.
Do you have any favorite philosophers?
One which is not really a philosopher, but more like a tragic temptation in a sense. It's like a Marcus Aurelius and this book called Meditations, which is supposed to be current. So I took it, which is a memoirs. It was spread over that. To me, it's an interesting piece of literature because its true test is in not reading it. Like this. You can look at the actions of this man and from this extrapolate what they mean to you. If you yourself truly can understand why these actions make sense, then you are, by that definition, similar to him. There's only one thing that you need to know about being, quote, a stoic. I don't think there was actually such a thing. Do good, not because you have to, but because you want. That's it. With that, integrate that into everything, and instantly everything just changes. And I realized this just by looking, because I looked at all these actions and I said, some of these make sense strategically, but mostly they don't make any sense at all until you consider that small thing. They just does good because he does. He just does it. Because you want to do it, he just does it. It's like work's the same thing, you know. Like it just does, which was to me, you know, just sit there like, interesting. So, you know, I did research into literature before I read it, or like parts of it, and that made me not want to read it out of respect, because its history is basically that it was supposedly a diary, but nobody was supposed to read it. It was not something. He held himself to his own mark to such an extent where he basically had his internal dialogue but wrote it down for none to see. And parts of it were the most beautiful things ever. But it felt forbidden to read this. It's beautiful. You want to read more of it. But the history of it tells you will not to, because that's like somebody's deepest, darkest secrets. They may be beautiful, but are they yours? Are they yours to know? I don't really think so. Because if it's true, you know, then that's a thing. The problem is, I've noticed something very interesting. And why I believe that it's true, that we're not supposed to read it. that is supposed to come to you naturally is that the majority of the people who label themselves as quote Stoics are fucking narcissistic bitches. I haven't come across a Stoic that I've liked, unfortunately, because I see everything that they do as a result of an ideology and a conclusion that is not their own. They've read a book, the governance of what that book implies, and hold themselves to the standards of another man. You are not your own man. You're a sad reflection of another. And this is going to give me a lot of hate. I already know, but I can flying fuck. I'm not a Stoic. You can't be a Stoic. That's the point. There isn't such a thing. You are your own person. You are your own woman or man or whatever you want to be. You are your own thing. It's like the fucking Sigma Male Reinstead meme thing where they took Christian Bale, even though Christian Bale said, fucking, just get your own personality. You're a stupid meme. It's like, get your own personality. Oh, the Giga Chat, you know? That meme where the big muscular dude is actually a Russian supermodel who hates the meme. He hates the meme. It's the same shit. People just take, and then ironically take it for granted.
You should probably actually read an
So,
episode of this.
I'd say it's not so much a philosopher, but it's a conclusion that can be gathered from the person's history, not observing their secrets, but observing their actions, and then coming to the conclusion that simply he did everything not because he had to, but because he just simply wanted. You would have done that. You would have helped that guy out. You know, no shit, you just robbed a shit, let me help you out real quick. Can you do it? Who knows? Could be good. You have an excellent conversation. You never know. That's how I live my life.
Life is
Do
a
good when you want to.
universe is
Always have
transformation.
to. Simple shit. If you're ruled by anything other than your own decision-making process, you're a liar. You're lying to yourself and everything around you. You're as far removed from the concept by which this man lived his life as you potentially could be. Because you're lying to yourself. You're lying to everyone around you. You're not supposed to read his fucking secrets. Have some respect for the dead. Just come to handy one day. What if I read your fucking shit? What if everything about you was known, all your cringe and all the good stuff, and like long after you're dead, I'm gonna like read it out to everyone? Yeah. What are you gonna feel about that? God damn.
MSO wants to know, do you ever think about time dilation and the possibility of humans mastering it in the future to time travel?
Time dilation is not really traveling. It's just you're traveling kind of, but you're sitting in place faster. It's not really time travel. It's more like, no, it's not really time travel. Yourself experience time differently. But are you really traveling though? Because you're just sitting in place faster in more of an in-place fashion than anything else. So you're not really going in. You're just there.
Socrates wants to know, what would the historic Mars landing look like on video? And will it be recorded for all time? Can you plan, can you draw mustache?
I don't know. It's not for me to decide. I don't really think about those things much. He's beyond my control. He's okay. He's exist.
Mara wants to know, what's your favorite sweet treat?
Don't really have one.
Claire wants to know, could X give us an inbox filter to be able to read unread messages?
What do you mean? Not sure what that means.
I guess to be able to filter unread or something like that.
That exists. To an extent. Like filtering them directly? Not really. No, it doesn't exist, no.
I think we're all caught up on questions.
These videos are great.
Nice. Just sit back. Let's go back to it.
Huh. What is this?
William Smith wants to know, if you could go back in time, which period of history of the world would you want to travel to first?
I want to see the Sumerians. I want to talk to them. I want to shake their hand. I want to shake Sam. You like the video? Yeah, basically. I figure like whenever the Sumerians were around, probably like maybe 50 years before that, or like 100, depending on how accurate this really is, the assessment. I'd have to like be able to hop a little bit more there into the past or like into the future to kind of like see what happens. I want to see what built Göbekli Tepe. I want to meet those people. I want to see what made those stones and shit, right? Like if I could go back in time and go there, so check it out.
Socrates wants to know, what would you on Mars first if you got there, and what kind of leisure would people have there? What kind of food That's
I don't know about the food part, nor the leisure part, but oh shit, bones. But for leisure, I guess it would be most like just video games. But for hold up, what the hell is this? Alright, for what I would do, I mean, I had the ability to like roam around on Mars. I'd go on like a hill somewhere, you know, supposed to make sure that the weather isn't going to be bad because then I'll definitely die. Or like there's a high likelihood I would die. I'd probably go on a hill somewhere, just like kind of look at everything, observe it, just like enjoy that shit.
Socrates wants to know when do we eat? What kind of questions would we first ask them? What would be the best questions to ask them?
No clue, man. Maybe. I'd say, how did you guys get here? Do you have God?
Yeah.
Do you know what our God is? Do you think our God is real?
Derek wants to know X audiobooks / publishing house, is that a possibility?
I don't know, right? That I don't know about.
Leaf Beyond says, will plasma science be able to create an ionosphere on Mars once we get there?
Yeah, this I don't know about. That's why I have to ask somebody else. I haven't looked into that one. I will in the future, though. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Oh. God damn, that looks freaky.
Zephyr says, if we ever get age reversing or age freezing technology, would you use it?
I would say so. I don't like to end. I want to tune into the final season of Earth by being there.
Interesting. Alice wants to know, do you think it would ever be possible to watch movies with family and friends over X together?
Yes. I think so. Look at conferences, I mean, you saw pre-visualization of that. If there's like probably some video feature in there, I would assume that that's possible. I just don't know how many people could join conference. But yeah, we could probably do a showing, but I'm not sure if that's legal.
Shimara wants to know, do you have faith in marriage as an overall concept of it?
Yes. Go ahead, pick the right one then. So otherwise you're gonna be stuck with someone who's fucking horrifying. Like, you don't want to be stuck in a failing marriage. Besides, if you don't have a prenup before you enter that marriage, she won't take half of most of your shit. That's no good. So again, it's like ultimate trust. Really understand.
Socrates says, after death, what are the best questions to ask God, supposedly, if you met God, potentially? What were the questions you would ask him?
What is Earth to you? How many versions of that exist? And are you bored? Why do we exist? Actually, what's this all for? If bro says, I don't know, I was kind of hoping you'd give me that answer, I would tell you why after. I was just like, yeah, I get you in the same capital method. This is fine.
Yeah, exactly. Pornola says, Adrian, how many R's are there in strawberry?
3. That's one. That's 3.
Two glasses using excellent like a dating feature to help make more based babies.
I don't know. Casually, like, reach out to someone. I don't know. Be chilling and go into space with them for a little bit. Inquire what their personal life is, maybe get close. Maybe something comes of it, maybe something doesn't. I don't think you need it. I mean, maybe a little bit of dating. Probably, hey, you know, if ID verified, yeah, now we're talking, yeah. Early that age, all good. Can't get in without being ID verified, boom, that's the fucking shit. If you did that here on X as a dating app, dude, you're gonna find so many good people. Because all the other dating apps are horse shit. You don't fucking need ID verified for a lot of stuff. You get catfish by fucking ChatGPT, bro. No good, no good. Get the amateurs, you know, like there's many different bitches on fucking Tinder and such. They have like this trick. What they do is they post their profiles on there, right? And then what they do is they link their Instagram hat. And then they just get you to go and follow the Instagram. And that's how they grow their followers. A lot of OnlyFans girls do that actually. Or their managers, at least. That's how they do it. I've observed people do this shit. Because I always wondered like what the random engagement is. So I mapped it out once. Yeah, that's what they do. I'm pretty sure that whole tactic is dead right now, but Tinder itself is fucking insanity.
Oh, so true.
Insanity. I like it.
Another question. What is your assessment of the possibility that biology, particularly humans, were engineered?
It's a nice theory. It's a nice theory. That's all I know. It's a nice theory. I've looked into it myself. The ancient astronaut theory is fucking practical. It's great. It's a good thing to kind of like just look into because it's fun to read in. Makes a lot of sense, I think. But